Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And tonight we're going to be talking about how Nicki Minaj's husband was arrested by the feds for not registering as an offender. Okay, we're just gonna leave that word, but y'all can read it on the screen. But yeah, Nicki Minaj's husband was arrested for not registering as an offender, and I'm gonna read to you guys what TMZ is saying. The phone lines are also open, so I want you guys to call in and chime in about this and let me know your thoughts. Do you think her husband negatively reflects her image? Do you think that he gives her image a bad name? I want to know what you guys think about this. So definitely call in so we can chime in about this. But in the meantime, I'm going to read to you guys the TMZ article
All
about
participants
this.
are muted and they can unmute themselves.
Hey, you guys. Love you guys too. Thank you guys for the support. I've been seeing so many women go to bat for me, and I love y'all because I said it and I do what I do for us. Okay. But, anyways, let me go on over to TMZ to read to you guys what's going on and bring you guys up to speed. So, on TMZ, it says, hold on, let me take the call in number. Let me move it over here. Okay, so on TMZ, it says Nicki Minaj husband arrested by the feds for not registering as an offender. And then it says Nicki Minaj husband past is coming back to bite him in the ass. He's been arrested by U.S. Marshals on an indictment for failing to register as an offender. TMZ has learned. Kenneth Petty was in federal custody Wednesday. We're told he turned himself into marshals according to the court docs. He'll face a judge later today. Petty moved to California in July 2019, but according to law enforcement, he got pulled over in Beverly Hills in November, and that's when his legal troubles started. We're told Beverly Hills PD made a traffic stop on November 15th and determined Petty was a registered sex offender in New York State but had not registered in California as required. He was arrested and released on a $20,000 bond. The LA County DA charged him for failing to register as an offender. It appears he still didn't check in after that. And because now the feds are in the case, he was indicted in federal court for the same thing, failing to register. As we reported, Kenneth rap sheet includes a 1995 conviction for first-degree attempted rape. He served almost 4 years in New York State prison for the crime and was required to register as an offender if convicted on federal charge. For failure to register, Kenneth faces up to 10 years in prison. So for failing to register, they're saying he faces up to 10 years. We know they're not going to give the man 10 years for that. But it says TMZ broke the story. Nicki and Kenneth hit up Beverly Hills courthouse to get a marriage license in July. Around the time the couple moved to Cali, we reached out to Nicki's camp for comment. So far, no word. So does he give Nicki Minaj image a bad rep? That's kind of what I want to talk about tonight, and I want to know what you guys think about that. 857, hello? 857?
Hi,
Hi, how are you? What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Lisa. How you doing, Nick, baby girl? I'm Lisa. I'm calling from Philly. How we
Hey,
doing,
Lisa
baby?
from Philly. I get a lot of Philly callers. I love that.
Husband in the house. Listen, Nick, I want you once you get like after you hang up, I follow you on Instagram. You gotta see my Instagram story I wrote a couple of days ago. You might have seen it where these girls were driving in a car and because somebody hit them.
Oh
But
yeah, I
anyway,
meant
the
to
guy
I
was
meant to post that on my Instagram. I screen recorded it
chased him
and
the fuck down.
I forgot to post it.
Boom, 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 boom. I
Left,
love my
what? No,
friend
what was
Lisa.
she
She can't
saying?
stop
Left,
singing.
right, left, or what she was saying?
Period, right? Period. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Chase him the fuck down.
Yeah.
Hi, man. So, I'm okay. I was just trying to type in there for you, honey. Real lime. Take a fresh lime, and if you get like some Jamaican rum or your nephew, or just a tiny shot of any like overproof rum in there, that'll help you. I don't know if you're having trouble sleep at night, but that'll comfort your throat, whatever, and help you sleep good.
Yeah.
Um,
What do you think
so that's
about
just
this
for
whole
you
Kenneth
too.
Petty and Nicki Minaj thing?
Oh man, it's so hard for me because I love Nikki. I'm a grown woman, but my kids, I fell in love with her back in the day. You know what I mean? So, she's going through things, and with Keith Petty, like with what he did in Trinidad, like, and then the thing, and I'm from Philly, well, I'm from Boston originally, but my family from Philly, so I'm on Meek's side a little bit with that. I don't know. I just Nikki is just going through a lot and really trying to, just really trying to be happy, and I'm rooting for her. Um, and I know that with what she's doing, she's brave. Who would really, continue to do that even after what? So in some kind of ways, I just feel like I don't know. I feel like he might mess up her brand, but I think if she really loves him and it's real, like just you know, I don't know. What do you? I don't know. What do you think? You think I don't know if it'll affect her because her real fans really just care for her. But I don't know. I'm not a great. Let me not say that. I'm not. I don't care either way. But the sex offender not registering. That's just give people more stuff to talk about. Um, and I don't know. What do you think? Do you know what? I want to ask you this, Nick, because I feel it from Meek's side, and I think she still got feelings for him just a little bit.
I
What
feel
you
like they
think?
still
I
have love
really
for
do.
each other. I do. I think that they do have love for each other
Yeah.
still. They still
Mhm.
care for each other. Yeah. But
Yeah. It's too bad.
thank
Well,
you for
I don't
calling in
take up
though.
all your time. Thank you, sweetie. Take care. Don't forget to look at my story. All right.
What you say?
Bye bye. Don't forget to look at my story on Instagram. Lisa
Oh,
Slay.
you gotta tag me so I can see it.
Okay, I will.
All
All
right.
right, y'all. Be yeah.
Hey, how are you? What's your name
Hi.
and where you calling from?
Yay. I'm so happy I got to talk to you. So I just wanted to say, like, some people are like, he shouldn't have to register because she was 15, he was 16. They didn't say he was a pedophile. They said he was a sex offender. Offender. You understand? You did something you're not supposed to do when you're trying to have sex. So you're an offender. No matter what it was, you're not. I'm not a sex offender because I never did nothing to offend. Wild sex. You know what I mean?
Uh
So
huh.
like that's not. I don't like people saying he shouldn't have to register because of this, because of that. She was 16, he was 15. That's not what they said. They said he offended. He attempted to rape her. That's what they said. They didn't say nothing about the age. They didn't say nothing about nothing. But and then it's horrible, I think, for her to be such a big celebrity, and he pops up out of nowhere, and then come to find out he's a sex offender. Now he's not registering. Like just because you're with a celebrity doesn't give you like the right to not register. Like, what's going on? You know. But oh my God! So yesterday, I'm so sorry that you're crying, but I really, really appreciate you standing up for us because I don't feel like she stood up for us when she had the chance. You right, Nick?
Yeah. That's how I
Right.
felt.
But anyways, I just wanted to say that. And I love your channel, and I'm gonna start watching it more. I'm not gonna be up on her channel because I don't want to be steered wrong, by somebody older or whatever. So I'm gonna be watching your channel like way more. And I love your channel, and I
Thank you
love
for
your
the support.
personality. I think you're really sweet. Yes, I think you're really sweet. So don't change that. Don't become nasty like everybody else. Okay,
No,
just
I'm not.
stay yourself. So that's why I like you. Don't become nasty. Okay.
All right.
Okay?
All
Keep
right.
it classy. Okay? So have a good night. I'm
All
going to keep
right.
on watching, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you for the support. 817, what are your thoughts on Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty? Do you think this is a negative reflection on her brand?
Yes, I absolutely do. I
What's your
think
name and where you
that
calling
this,
from? I forgot to ask you what's your
uh,
name and where you calling from.
this is Michelle. I'm calling from Little Rock, Arkansas. I
Okay.
listen to you, Nick. I
I got
follow
family out
you. And
there.
oh wow, wow! I saw you yesterday, and I feel you like she's with a star. That mean that he needs to not register. He did. He broke the law, and he needs to register as a sex offender.
Yeah. So you feel like he felt like he was above something because he was with her?
I do. I do. I think that maybe he's living a little bit out of reality because Nicki Minaj is his wife. But hey, welcome to the real world. When you get charged as a sex offender, you need to be registering. We need to know.
How do you think this affects her brand?
I think it negatively affects her brand. I think that, for her to be associated with and it being her husband, that it's definitely going to negatively affect her brand.
hmm All righty. Well,
That's
thank
my
you for
view.
chiming in and thank you for the support.
Thank you, Neek.
All right. 214, hello? 214.
Hi.
214. Hi,
Hey,
what's your name
Nick.
and where you calling from?
My name is Kimmy. I'm calling from Dallas, Texas.
Hey. Okay, so what do you think about this Nicki Minaj situation with Kenneth Petty? What do you think about the situation at hand and what do you think about it as a reflection on her brand?
Well, the situation at hand, I honestly feel like even if he wasn't with Nikki, he wouldn't have registered. Because from the beginning, he has always said that he wasn't guilty. So he's always like not accepted accountability for his part in the situation. So I feel like him not registering has everything to do with him feeling like he still didn't do nothing wrong, and he's not a sex offender. I think he's still like in that it wasn't me phase. Like, yeah, I did my time because like I had to, but at the end of the day, I didn't do anything wrong. You know
Well,
what I
no,
mean?
I
So
don't
I
know if I
feel
would say
like
that because there's several mugshots of him checking in and registering, like, because I think, like, as a sex offender, they have to go and check in, like, every so many years. And he has a bunch of mugshots of his check ins. So I don't know if it's that because he has checked in before and he has a lot of those. But I hear what you're saying, though.
yeah. Well, the reason why I was saying that is because um, if he felt like it was because he's with Nicki Minaj now and he's her husband and that it had anything to do with her fame, then couldn't he easily just look at the situation with her brother and say, okay, clearly her fame is not gonna get me out of this because it didn't get her brother out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
So it's
mean,
kind
well,
of
her brother
like
had
I
DNA in the
don't.
little girl's panties, so I don't know how much her fame could have helped him in that anybody in that situation.
But he's still okay. So yes, there was evidence against him, but and he was still saying he wasn't guilty, right or wrong,
Yeah.
because they went to trial. So I mean, he still was denying it, even though they had evidence against him, and she still helped him pay for an attorney to defend him and get him off. So I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, okay, there was harsh evidence against him, proving or linking him to the crime. But as far as Kenneth Petty is concerned, I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with her fame as to why he didn't register.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
in regards to her like her brand, I do think that it does tarnish her brand. I think that I don't think it's just his just emphasis on just his the fact that he's a sex offender, but he has he has like a thug persona. Like he has like from what I
Like a
heard,
tough
he
guy.
has other criminal. I'm sorry.
He has a tough guy persona.
Right, and he has like other criminal things that he's done too. So I think as a fan base, the Barb's and anybody that's pretty much just a fan of hers or fond of her, we just see her with somebody better than him.
Yeah.
Somebody like of her social stature, like where she is now. Like, I mean,
You
of
want to
course
see her with like a
TMZ
boss,
did,
like somebody
you
that's
know,
truly like bossed up.
right.
Yeah.
Right, like Rick Ross, or like it don't have to be Rick Ross,
Nah,
but you
I,
know
don't,
what I'm
I
saying,
wouldn't.
like a
I wouldn't see Nicki
mogul.
Minaj with Rick Ross. I wouldn't see her with Rick Ross. Like she claimed like her and
Right,
Drake are
right.
not a
No, me
thing, but I would
neither.
see her with somebody like Drake. But she don't like Drake. But
Right,
yeah, I would see somebody like that for Nicki, but not Rick Ross.
right,
Not Rick
right. And I
Ross.
mean, I get it. Like honestly, I might be a little weird, but all sex offender cases and stuff aside, like Kenneth Petty is, he's attractive to me. I like the way he looks.
Uh
But,
huh.
even me, I'm just a regular girl, I do IT at the
Yeah,
bank.
somebody in the thing said
I wouldn't
Nas.
even.
Yeah, Nas was a good look. That would have been a good look too. But go ahead.
Right, yes, because he does still have that thug persona that she likes. I don't know why, but us good girls, we like a little bad guy too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm gonna let you make
So
your
I
final
think
point though.
Nas. Yeah, I think Nas, like you said, he does fit that. But just to wrap it up, I do think that he does tarnish her image a little bit. But I don't think she cares. I think she
Uh-huh.
likes. I think she likes having a bad boy on her arm, and I don't think she really cares what anybody thinks, including her fans. So
Oh, okay.
that's
All
pretty
right.
much
Well,
it.
thank you for calling in.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. Continue
Okay.
doing you, girl. I love you. I watch you every day.
All right. I love y'all too. All right. Thank you for the support.
Okay, bye.
Um. Okay. 518. Hello.
Hi, is this 518 calling?
Hey, what's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Veronica. I'm calling from New York.
Hey. Okay. So, what are your thoughts on this Nicki Minaj situation and the reflection of her on her brand?
Well, definitely anytime you're tied to anything messy, usually when it comes to rappers, I think that they could usually, it's almost kind of like incarceration kind of helps a brand, but sometimes it doesn't work the same way when it comes to like female performers. I have noticed a little bit of
Not
that.
when it's an offender. If he had a rap sheet for anything else, yeah, that would have gave like credibility. But sex offender is like frowned upon if in any regard.
Exactly.
But go ahead.
Exactly. And this isn't even her. This is like her husband. And I heard the other caller before say that, like, she had paid for her brother's attorney. But at the same time, you can't really choose who your family is. And she knows, listen, I'm from New York. She's from New York. She's a famed graduate. My cousin, my daughter's godmother, is a famed graduate, okay? So she's no slouch. And the thing is that everybody who knows a thing and one about the prison life, they know what happens to somebody who's a registered offender. They're basically the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to prison culture. He could have been extorted because they know who his sister is and all that stuff. You're basically treated like meat when you're in prison. So she didn't want to see that happen to her brother per se, but at the same time, if she was really going to cape for her brother, she would have taken up that extortion deal that the mother of the daughter would have wanted her to. Because if y'all remember that, the mother of the daughter who had the DNA in her underwear, she said, "Oh, well, give me $20 million and I'll make it go away." Oh, okay, so that's how much your daughter's worth to you? Like, you actually put a price on your child's innocence?
I think that was based on a civil case, because I think that in a lot of cases what you'll do is sue civilly. So I think that was contingent on the civil case. And I'll tell you one thing, like, I was talking about the Jasmine Island situation. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but it was the woman who was in Atlanta and it went viral. She was at this club. And when she was at this club, I covered it on my page. She was live. And while she was live, it looked like she was being assaulted by the guy and looked like he was like having sex with her on the dance floor or whatever. And it was like this big thing. And it was like very, very, widely spread. And so I was in communication with her attorney and I was in communication about the situation and I followed up on it. And I was like, hey, what's going on with the case? And just talking about just, certain situations, a lot of those situations, those sex offender rape situations, the person doesn't really get convicted a lot of times because a lot of times it goes into litigation and civilly and it gets sued civilly. So, but go ahead.
Well, that all makes perfect sense. But Nicki has come out on multiple occasions to say that they were trying to get money out of her, and if she agreed to it, that they would not have even gone to trial. Yeah. And she disagreed with that, and she allowed her brother to go to jail. Now, if she was really caping for her brother and she was really not caring about this little girl that got assaulted, then she would have just paid off the money because we all know she had it. So if she really cared not about this little girl, she would have just paid out that money to shut this mother up, and she and her daughter would have gone away. But no, she didn't do that. All
I
she
don't
did
agree
was
with
pay
that.
for the attorney.
I don't agree with that.
But that is the news that came out, that she claimed that I think some people were trying to extort her for money Well, I can't exactly remember the exact figure, but it was definitely in the millions. But any mother of a child would be like, you actually have the nerve to put a price tag on this? Why didn't you let it go to trial? And luckily it did. And the only reason why it went to trial is because Nikki said, no, I'm not giving you that whatever $1 million you want. So it ended up going to trial, and the trial resulted in her brother getting convicted and sent to prison. So really, that's the only reason why I can only disagree with some people with regards to, oh, well, she paid for his attorney. I'm like, yeah, but she didn't pay off the mother.
Yeah, but the
The
mother,
mother wanted.
that's a different beast though. I don't know. I think that's kind of like
What we're
apples to
talking.
oranges, kind of. I don't know.
Well, that was just basically just a little rebuttal that I had to something that I had heard previously. But with regards to Kenneth, like the first thing I heard when he got arrested is I'm like, they should have stayed in the West Indies. Because honestly, if he had stayed in the West Indies, then he might not have gotten arrested. What happened is he knew that wherever he goes to a new state, whenever he quote unquote changes his residence, he needs to register that residence with the local police department, and he didn't do that when he moved in with his wife. When
Yeah.
he moved out of New York, they knew where he was living. When he moved to California with Nikki and was out out in the sun and by the pool and all that stuff, that instead of doing all them dumb Instagram videos, he should have been freaking sending his paperwork to the local police department like he should have been to tell him where Nikki's address was so that he would not be arrested now. They didn't do that. I don't know if he was running security for her. I don't know if that he's her strong arm / lover, whatever. But whatever it is, they fumbled the ball on that one because he knew he was a registered sex offender. Because we, of course, like they all said, we all knew he was a registered sex offender, and they did not do their due diligence according to his court conditions when he was released. He didn't do it, and his wife didn't do it. She was too busy worried about her business, her tours, her appearances, her whatever. But they dropped the ball in terms of what
How do you think
her
this reflects on her
convicted sex
image?
offender husband was supposed to do. I don't think it's going to look that great. Maybe if they did the fact that it looks really messy. It's almost like she's still racking up streams, she's still racking up millions, she's still doing tours, and her fans still love her. So all she needed to do was the right thing. And unfortunately, it was too late for them to do that. They took too long, or they thought that no one was going to go after them because she's a celebrity or whatever. But I'm sorry. I'm like, unfortunately, I guess the easiest way to put it is he doesn't have the complexion for protection. His last name ain't Weinstein, so yeah, they're coming after his ass. His behind.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
And
chiming in.
all right, thank you. Have a good night.
All right. 516. Hello. 516. 516.
Hello?
Hey, you gotta cut it off in the background.
All right, I'm on it right now. Hold on me. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got that New York accent. You from New York?
Yep, this is me, Brooklyn. I was talking to you earlier on Facebook.
Hey. I
Hi.
heard that New York in there.
Look, I
So
want
what
to
do you
say two
think?
things, right? But one, I want to congratulate you for being a bigger person about this situation yesterday, right?
Mhm.
Two, I think he made him or they chose not to register him for her security because, when you register as a sex offender, it goes all over the place. And anywhere you at, people can locate
Uh-huh.
on a website or national websites or whatever. So if they know his name and they see him, then, they know where she's at,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the third
But I think
thing that I wanted to say.
people know like where the celebrities live. I think it's like a listed thing, I think. But go ahead.
No, I mean when they're traveling, because she travels. So if she's
Yeah.
in that city or whatever, and he's registered and he got to check in, they definitely know where to pinpoint her and her location. So that's the only thing I was thinking about. Where as far as the registration thing, and the next thing I wanted to say about the girl that her brother went to jail for, in the money situation, it's never been proven that the mother asked for this money. It's never been proven that if she didn't take his semen after they had sex and put it on the little girl, and that became their evidence. So I'm confused about that part, and but I can't say if the mother did ask for the money or if she didn't. You
Well, it was in
understand?
an
Like,
article, and it came out that it was her attorneys that did in fact ask for um a settlement based on a civil lawsuit that was to come, and the mother didn't even know about it. So that was kind of what I read around the what I read in the article.
yeah, that's my point. I'm like, I don't think a mother, if they child went through that she would just be like, oh well, you give me this, and all right, fine, we could settle this. She definitely wanted to get some type of repercussions for what happened to her daughter.
Yeah, she
That's
didn't
what
even
I
know
wanted to
about it.
say. And exactly, I don't think that a mother would do that. We mothers, I got 3 children and a grandson, so I know for sure that we wouldn't put a price on anything like that. That had to be come from someplace else. But thank you. You keep doing your thing, Nate.
All right, thank you so much for calling in. 404, hello.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, how are you? What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Mina. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Hey, Mina.
Hi, girl. Okay, so about the mom saying that she doesn't know that her attorneys asked for money, I don't believe that. I
Uh-huh.
don't. I just don't see you when you sign to go with an attorney. They call you and keep in touch with what they're doing. They're not gonna seek out 20 million and not let you know something is going on. They might not shoot you the actual number, but I don't think that that's true that she didn't know that. But what I want to say about Nikki, I'm not even a Nikki fan, but I feel bad for her. I feel bad because she has mad money. It's probably very hard to find someone. I'm 32. I'm single. I know what it's like out here to be, and I'm not bad looking. I'm pretty. I got money, not
It
a
seemed
little
like
bit
it
of
would be
money. I have a
easier for
nice
her to
life.
find somebody than like a regular person. But I don't know. But go ahead.
No, but it's probably harder because like she's in this on a certain level
Because she
that a
don't know
lot
like
of
who's
people are.
genuine. But I mean, if the other person has money too, you know what I mean?
Right, right. But I think maybe that's why she's happy with people that aren't of her status in the industry. Safari isn't no major big time boss like y'all were talking about. Like Rick Ross probably cheating on his shorties too. Like it's probably hard. It's harder. Imagine if you're a boss dude. What rapper do you know that's not cheating on their girlfriends or wives? Like, what celebrities that are up at her stature that are not out here doing their thing? Like, they are. So it's probably much harder for her to find someone. And then she's probably low key embarrassed about this, but she's not going to let that show because at this point, she probably doesn't care. She wants to be happy. She knows that was an embarrassing thing about him when she got with him. But at that point, she has money,
Yeah,
and it
somebody in
is
the
what it
chat
is.
said
She
broke
wants to
man
be
cheat
happy.
too, and that's a fact. Broke men do
Word.
cheat as
That's
well. So
That is true, but you got a better chance with someone who's not way, way up there. You know what I mean?
I don't know. They still crafty. But
They are. That's true.
well, alrighty. Well, thank you for chiming in.
Yeah, I hope it works out for her. I'm not a huge fan, but I feel bad for her. And I love you, Neek.
Love you too. Thank you guys for the
All
support.
right, well,
All right.
all right. Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too. 919. Hello? Oh wait, 520. Then I'll go to 919.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's your name and where you calling from?
My name's Gerald. I just wanted to say, could I please have some pussy, please?
Oh my
Could I
god.
please have some pussy, Dick, please?
Oh
Please, I'll
my
be
god.
good, Dick. Please give me
Why is he
some,
trolling?
please, Dick. Please, Dick, please, give me some pussy, please, Dick.
Oh my god.
Give me some pussy, Dick.
Okay, I gotta let you go because you playing. 919. Hello?
Hi. Hi, Meek. How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm not gonna be begging you for booty like the guy was before me, okay? But first, I want to say I love you so much. I know that I love your
I
channel.
love you too.
You've always been one of my favorites. But I'm actually I'm a correctional worker, and I'm actually a little surprised at Nicki Minaj, to be honest. Like, everybody knows that if you are getting released and whoever, you know that you're going to be with in the future or whatever the case may be, your family, your friends, whoever you're with, especially your wife, if you're leaving the state, you have to register as a sex offender. Otherwise, you're going to get blasted in the media like this. You're going to have to go back there, and Nicki Minaj having, the notoriety and everything, like she is a national superstar. So to have this going on, knowing that it was going to go this way, is like really, really, really surprising to me for her.
To not handle the business end of it, basically.
Yeah, like I just don't get it, and we see a lot of sex offenders, like when they do get released, it is hard for them to get jobs, depending on how their stipulations are when they're released. They can't really be around schools, they can't be around like certain women organizations and things like that. So I know that there's a strain, and dating someone that has that big, X on her forehead or whatever. So I would think, knowing that she would make sure that he, would take care of that business so that it wouldn't get out in the public like this.
Right. You got to definitely handle your business, for sure.
Yes.
All righty. Well, thank you so much for chiming in.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for calling in. All right. 909. Hello.
Hey. How you doing? It's Catalea. Hey, girl.
Hey, Catalea. How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. I was over here listening, and
we gotta do a video again together soon. But go ahead.
Okay, we definitely do. But I was just sitting here listening to your podcast about Nicki, and I just think it's real sad. To be honest, I think it's real sad. Like, to me, I feel like it kind of speaks to her self-esteem a little bit, because I wouldn't be with a man who has to register as a sex offender. I don't care what it is he did or didn't do. I just wouldn't be, and I just think it makes her look bad, like you just said. Like, it makes her look bad. Now, what I did do was a little bit of research, and I found out that he's going to be placed on house arrest. And he will have a curfew, and basically he has to post a $100,000 bond today. So he's still going to be, with her, around her or whatever. He's not in jail.
No. They released him. They released him already. I read it when I first started.
Yeah. And so he did get released, but still, it's just like, I haven't really followed the case. Like, what did he do?
It says that. Hurt? Okay, so here, hold on. Let me bring it back on the screen. Hold on, wait. Okay, so. Okay. Let me bring it back on the screen. So it says, let's find it. Where is it at? Okay. So it says, as we've reported, Kenneth rap sheet includes a 1995 conviction for first-degree attempted rape. He served almost 4 years in an NY state prison for a crime and was required to register as a sex offender. And then it says, if convicted on the federal charge for failure to register, Kenneth faces up to 10 years in prison. So I guess it was first-degree attempted rape in 1995, and people have said that he was 15, the girl was 16, or he was 16, the girl was 15, like they were young. So.
Yeah, no, I think that's stupid. They should, if he was that young, I really feel like they should not hold this over this man's head for the rest of his life. And of course, if he hasn't done anything to that extent, since then, I don't think they should hold this under his head. Like, he's 16.
Don't quote me on it, because I don't know if that's the right age, but that's what somebody said in the chat. And like you said, I don't know the particulars. Or he might have been 18 and she was 17. It was something like that. It was something to where he got the charge.
This is my question: how much dumb stuff have we done as teens? whether we was 18, whether we was under 21.
Yeah, but we talking about a
16,
sexual
however.
offense, though. It's different.
Well, it said attempted, which means that he could have. We don't know. Like, the thing about it
Yeah,
is
it was
we
like
don't know
18.
the
Yeah,
situation.
that sound more better. Somebody said 18 and 17. Yeah, 18
Oh, okay.
and 17 sound more better. That sound closer to the
But
truth.
we don't even know the situation. We know so many black men right now who are in prison for rape that didn't even commit the rape, or who are in prison for rape for using the bathroom outside. Like, you know, who had to not rape, but who had to register as a sex offender for that. So
You think
we don't know.
Somebody post the link and I'll read it. What exactly happened? What was the exact age? Somebody post the link so I can read it online. But I'm gonna pause you, Catalay, and then I'm gonna keep you on, but I'm gonna go to the next one.
Okay, no problem.
All right. 313, hello. You gotta cut me off in the back.
Okay.
You gotta cut it off in the back.
Okay, hello.
Hey.
Okay. Hi, how you doing? Nicki
Hey.
Minaj, I love you.
Love you too. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Danielle, and I'm calling from Woodson, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
Out in Michigan. First of all, I'm really not a big fan of Nicki. I'm a little older. I'm not a fan, but I do follow, because of my guy kids, my kids. So, what I can say, because she's always she is a product of her environment. If you understand what I'm saying. Okay. I think genuinely that Nicki is a good girl. I mean, got a good heart, good person. I think that she makes bad decisions because of her upbringing. Now, I'm not saying that I don't know how she was raised. I don't know. But this I do know as a mother. At the end of the day, how we raise our children, what we instill in our children, period. Either they can carry this or they won't, right?
Say that one more time.
Either they'll carry what we teach them in life or they won't. Correct?
Correct.
So, Nicki tends to, if you follow, all her relationships, everything I ever see, it's nothing ever good. She never have a good outcome. She needs to stop searching for whatever love and let love find her. I feel like she keep missing it. You feel what I'm saying? She thought with that her and her husband, they was all into it with the Meek Mill. Is that his name? The little chocolate baby.
Yeah, his name Meek Mill.
Okay, him. They got into it all at the mall. It was all over, all in the blogs. Because I I follow it. And she was calling him out, saying how he would rape, was molesting his sister or something. Am I right around?
That's what Meek Mill was saying.
Yeah,
he was saying something like she knew about something.
I know about her brother went to jail, but no, she was saying something about him, like he was having incest.
Oh, she was saying that she didn't. No. She said that he was. Nicki Minaj said that he was abusive to his mom and his sister or something like that.
Okay.
It wasn't nothing about incest.
Okay. I'm sorry. You know, I'm old. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No,
But
that's false.
at the
Yeah.
end, at the end of the day, now look at her. Look at
Mhm.
her and her husband. Look at the caption. Like she out, he hasn't registered whether if it was 50 years ago or 20 years ago or whatever. Take care of your business. Keep stuff like this out the laws because, oh, yeah, we'll catch it. If, so you'll probably
I'm gonna let
don't
you give your
call the
final
next
thought.
man, don't call the next man out and you're not handling your own business
Okay,
to
so
be
that's
called out.
basically. Alrighty. Well, thank you for chiming in.
No problem.
All right. All right. So I pulled up the actual details because y'all know I like to have the actual details, but I never really looked too much into this because I really didn't pay it that much attention. But okay, so this is the details of the situation. Let me fix it on the screen. So I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna go to the rest. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. Um, okay. So let me fix this on the screen real quick. And so I can read the actual details for you. Let's see. So that we can have the correct details, because y'all know I don't like to have the wrong information about the situation if we gonna talk about it. So let me. All right. Okay. So this is an old article and it says Nicki Minaj's new boyfriend served 4 years in prison for sexual assault and the alleged details of the crime and his actions are truly horrifying. According to court records from Kenny Petty, 1994 rape case obtained by The Blast, the 16-year-old victim explained to the cops a terrifying situation in which she was allegedly abducted and violently raped by Petty. The female victim told police that on September 16th, 1994, in Queens, New York, she was walking down the street when Petty came up behind her and placed a hard circular object against her back and made a clicking sound. The victim believed Petty had a handgun against her body and he instructed her to keep walking. The two walked to an address down the street and she claimed Petty forced her upstairs into his bedroom by pushing her from behind with what she believed to be a handgun. It says, once inside Petty's room, the victim claimed he laid his weight on top, pinched her sides, and squeezed her neck, causing her to sustain bruises and pain. She then claimed Petty's forced his penis into her vagina. The victim claims she tried to escape, but Petty brandished a knife and held it against her stomach, telling her she could not leave. The victim claims she eventually struck Petty with a plastic bottle and escaped. She reported the incident to police, and the same day they responded to Petty's home and arrested him. Police claim he questioned, "What am I getting arrested for?" While I didn't do anything. When the girl was brought up, Petty told police he had not seen her that day, but then claimed he had seen her at the bus stop and had a conversation with her. He says after speaking with the girl, he just went home and fell asleep, but also admitted he slept with the girl before. Petty was charged with 5 crimes: rape in the first degree, sexual abuse in the first degree, unlawful imprisonment in the second degree, assault in the second degree, and criminal possession of a weapon in the fourth degree. He later pled down and was convicted of attempted rape in the first degree and served 4 years in prison. Petty still a registered sex offender and must regularly check in for updated location information and photos as a warning to the public. Minaj has staunchly I don't know what that word means. Defended her boyfriend, so I guess like she defended him, and even spoke on the rape, claiming he was 15 and she was 16 in a relationship, adding, "But go off internet. Y'all can't run my life. Y'all can't even run your own life. It's unclear if Minaj knows all the details and allegations of the crime." Okay. So, according to Nicki, they were in a relationship. He was 15. The girl was 16. But according to the details, it sounds like he walked up behind her and just took some pussy. 808-341. Hello?
Yeah, what's going on? Hey, Nick, how are you?
Hey.
I felt bad about the crap that you had to deal with yesterday. I know this topic is about Nicki Minaj. I feel bad for her, but I'm just going to say that I had your back 100% because I'm a gay male, and I didn't really like the way that went down yesterday. I really did not.
Thank you so much for the support.
There's a difference between someone that's public schooled, uneducated, and someone that is educated, and I just always look at the TS as somebody with a loud mouth that has no type of respect for any humankind, and all the dragons that follow her and call in and all these threats. Just hang in there. Don't worry about that woman. Please don't.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it at all.
I'm on your side. All right, have a good day.
Thank you. All right, thank you so much. All right, anonymous caller. I hope you're not a troll. Hello.
Hey, Nick. Hey.
Hey, what's your name and where you calling from?
How are you? My name is Tiff, and I'm calling from Florida.
Hey, Tiff, what's your thoughts? Do you think that this is a negative impact on her image, or what do you think about it overall?
I actually do think that it's a negative impact on her image. I actually thought that from the beginning when she decided to be with him, when all of the tabloids covered him and exposed him and was pretty much, they brought up his past and was saying, all of these rape allegations and the things that he had done. I thought that, in regards to what he's currently dealing with right now, I would think that he probably hid that information from her, meaning as far as being like that she stated, oh, they were in a relationship. You see how he tried to cover that up? Yeah. He probably told her that he didn't have to register. Maybe she was unaware, or maybe she just was in denial that he has to register for the rest of his life. Maybe he hasn't been forthcoming and telling her all of the information. Shame on her, because especially the level that she's at in life, and being the caliber of person that she is, you would think that she would be a little bit more wiser, move a little bit more smarter, and make sure she got all of her ducks in a row. When I looked at that TMZ article, I think that he is actually still incarcerated. It says that he had got pulled over in November. Him and Nicki moved to California in July. He got pulled over by the police in November, and when he got pulled over, that was when they were able to see that he was a registered sex offender in New York. And at that point, he had got out on a $20,000 bond. However, from November up until now, he still never registered. And so that's why he had to turn himself into the marshals, and he's awaiting his court appearance.
Yeah, let me look back at the thing, because I thought it said that he was released, but hold on, let me look back.
Yeah, it says that he was released from the November on a $20,000 bond.
All right, so they just put an update. Hold on, let me put it on the screen. All right, so it says update. Petty just appeared in court and pled not guilty. Prosecutors wanted Petty placed on house arrest, but his attorney objected, and instead Petty is being required to wear an ankle monitor. He will also have a curfew. Petty's lawyer says he's going to post a $100,000 bond later today. Petty will also be under pre-trial supervision and has already surrendered his passport. His travel will be restricted to Southern California. Petty also can't use drugs, even marijuana, from legal dispensaries in L.A. He has another hearing scheduled for March 23rd. So he could still be there, but they plan to get him out by today.
Yeah. Because I seen that people were posting that, oh, he's out on $20,000 bond. It's like, no, that happened in November where he got out on $20,000 bond. However, he still had not registered from November up until now, which is why he had to turn himself in. So that's what that's what I had looked at. But yeah, that's my take on it. I feel like it absolutely does tarnish her brand. It's definitely not a good look on her. It was not a good look on her from the beginning when she started dating him, especially being what her brother was going through. And it's definitely not a good look on her now, being that her brother has been found convicted, and now the whole world is talking about her husband again, and now the whole world knows that he has to register for the rest of his life for this crime that he committed when he was 16 or 17.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for chiming in.
So, but one more thing, I want to tell you that I respect you, and I'm so glad that you stood 10 toes down out here, and don't allow nobody to move or shake you. You got a lot of support out here in these streets, and we got your back. You know, we got you, and you know, you continue to hold and handle your own because you stand 10 toes down by yourself.
Right.
Now you got a whole entourage of people behind you that's supporting you too. So you go, keep your head up, keep focused, and trust me, sky's the limit. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support, and I appreciate it.
All right. Have a good day.
All right.
No problem.
All right. 985.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name and where you calling from?
Chris.
Can you talk into the phone? It sound like you talking away.
Oh, hello. It's Chris. I'm calling from Louisiana.
Oh, okay. What's your thoughts?
I'm a big Nicki fan. I'm going to be real. I've always been a Nicki fan since we become up DVD. And I love everything about her, but like the last lady said, it is tarnishing her brand a little bit because of what's going on. I don't, you know, we can't control nobody's love life. And we, like the lady said before that, we all made mistakes before in life. You know, you make mistakes, but that's not a mistake. You know, as big as she is and how many lawyers on her team, I know she had more than one. Somebody should have thought about, okay, let's see if she got this covered. They thought, you know, they cover everything else in her business order. I know she got a lawyer for music, lawyer for clothing, lawyers to make sure everything else good and all her projects and all her contracts good. You know, just she needs to have a lawyer, and his lawyer is her lawyer, basically. They have a lawyer and say, okay, you need to make sure your order is together. Make sure your stuff is together.
Yeah, so that you feel like they should have handled their business.
You know, and that's right, and that's all I say. I still love her, but I just think she needs to get herself together.
Okay.
And I appreciate your call. Thanks for letting me talk.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
512, hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's your name and where you calling from? Hey. What's your name? What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Courtney, and I'm calling from Texas, and trying to get a hold of you, I don't know for how long, since the Alexis Scott thing. I've been calling in, ain't been getting through, and I finally got through, so I'm so happy.
Oh, really?
Listen,
Oh, sorry about that.
I saw all the shit that went down yesterday, and I really didn't appreciate it. And I know that this is not what you're talking about right now, but I just been trying to get through to tell you. I didn't appreciate that because, one, I've seen you grow from day one.
Yeah.
And I've watched you when Tasha K got into that shit with Lovely T. You was right there behind her. And for her to do some shit like that, that's fucked up. And I understand where you're coming from. And I understand why you was mad yesterday. It's not that you weak. You're not no weak-ass bitch. And I know that. Because I'm one of them. I'm not a weak-ass bitch either. So I got a little emotional yesterday when I saw that. And I support Tasha K. I like Tasha K. But that shit that I saw yesterday, I did not like it at all. So I just want to let you know, us here in Texas, we support you, girl. We love what you're doing. Keep doing your thing. And don't let none of these motherfuckers stop you from doing what you got to do.
Thank you so much for the support.
Affect you. Yeah, don't let nobody affect your mood and have you shooken up. You know?
Yeah,
Most of these motherfuckers out here, they just talking at the side of their neck and ain't nobody gonna pop shit. So you're doing, girl. I love your show, and I'm gonna continue to watch. Nicki, I'm not a Nicki fan. I don't like Nicki, and I feel like every move that she making right now is tarnishing her brand. And the nigga that she with, he ain't shit, and he out for her money right now. That's what it is. He banking off of her. He's stacking his bread until he gets to a point to where he can leave her. He's gonna leave her, and she's gonna be out here looking dumb with her ass out. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, girl, I gotta go. I just
all right. Thank you for chiming in.
You're welcome, girl. I love you.
All right, love you back. Thank you for chiming in, and thank you for the support.
Okay, bye. You're welcome.
Oh, sorry for cutting you off. I'm sorry. 347. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. What's your name and where you calling from?
Kenneth, calling from Manhattan, New York.
Okay. Hey, Kenneth. You a Nicki fan?
Hey, boo. I'm nobody's fan. I'm 33 years old, and the word fan, derives from a negative place anyway. And I don't have any. I'm not a fan of anyone. I don't have any. What is it called? Nobody's fan club. I mean, I like artists, but I don't consider myself a fan. But in reference to the Nicki situation, I just think that it speaks to the higher thing when it comes down to women. And just give me a couple of minutes to just explain. My aunt, she married this dude. She was a parole officer, and she married this dude from New York. He got away with murder, and literally, and she got him off, and they moved to North Carolina. I used to live in North Carolina for about 20 years or so, and they were together. Her mom died, which is my aunt, my great aunt, and her mother left her a great deal of money to share amongst the siblings. A bunch of houses in New York and North Carolina.
So she got him off, and he ran off with the money.
Well, not quite so. She didn't give the siblings the money. It's about 10 siblings. They have a lot of siblings. She didn't divide the money up equal. Well, she didn't divide the money up at all. She kept all the money, and she gave a couple of the siblings some of the homes. It's about 11 siblings, and she only gave away 2 homes out of 7. So she ended up staying with him. Everyone told her, he's not a good guy. He's literally a killer. He gives rapist vibes, and she stayed with him. She stayed with him on. She lost contact with her siblings, her sisters, and her brothers because of the money.
So
situation.
basically, she chose the man over her family. Basically, so then what ended up happening?
Over her family, right? So they started some businesses in the 2nd and 3rd, a mental health company, which they get checks for the thousands, 20,000 from Medicaid, and he started stealing the money. So the people who worked for the company weren't getting paid because he was stealing the money. He began to beat on her really, really bad. And to the point where she told my mom, she gave my mom a letter with a list of all her passwords and everything because she was in fear of her life. So when she does die, this is what she wants my mom to do. And so, yeah, he would tie her up to the chair.
How does this tie into the whole Nicki thing?
Well, I'm getting to it.
Okay.
So she had a daughter, which was adopted, and he raped her numerous of times. And my aunt, she would argue with her daughter, saying, "No, he didn't. You're a liar." She ended up kicking her daughter out the house, not the man, because of the rape situation. So basically, as time went on, the police got involved, and as far as with the embezzling the money, she lost all of the money. She lost the homes. She lost the businesses, and she was battered and bruised. He ended up leaving her for another woman.
So basically,
Now
she ended up getting with this man, and she lost everything behind dealing with him.
Behind dealing with him, and at the cost of raping her daughter.
Yeah.
And she's now in a nursing home with cut off toes.
Oh wow.
Suffering from a stroke, and by herself. None of her siblings, out of 11 siblings, came to visit her. She's by herself. I mean, it's really bad. She lost her hair. I'm not saying it's karma, but what I'm saying is when I speak of the women, the women have all the power, and women kind of set the standard and show approval or disapproval for men. Now, for the people who follow Nicki, this kind of gives the message to her younger fans or to women in general that, all women pretty much like a bad boy image type of guy. None of them want the nerd who creates apps and actually has money. They want bad boys, and these are women who have master's degrees and doctorates, and they still go for these men. So I said all that to say that women have the power, and Nicki seems like she's in a place of, she's so used to being in number one. I feel so that she kind of doesn't know what, is confused and disarray. And when you do things like that, you want something. I'm
gonna let you give the final thought.
Okay. Well, basically, I'm just saying, women, just be strong with, and with yourselves, and don't settle for guys, and open up yourself to men that you normally won't date, because they might be your prince in shining armor and not the bad boys, which 9 times out of 10 beat your
Are you
ass.
available for the ladies? Are you available for the ladies?
Oh, definitely not. Yeah. Definitely not.
I was gonna try to help you shoot your shot. So you you said definitely not.
No.
Well, I thought you was trying to say, what I'm saying, get with a guy like you or something, That's what I thought you was trying to say. Like you was pitching yourself like, listen, I'm not a bad boy. Ladies, y'all could come over here.
Yeah.
But you said absolutely not. You ain't with that. You ain't with that.
Yeah. God might make me straight next year. I said maybe he'll make me straight. I have some kids. I don't know. We never know what tomorrow will promise. But who knows? I mean, I found women attractive, but not sexually. I don't know. But I do care for women. I care for women. And
have you ever messed with a girl before?
Oh, sure, for sure. Throughout college, undergrad, and
did they know that you liked guys, or you just was like kind of still on the low?
Well, at that time, I didn't come out as gay until college. So, I knew I was gay, but living in the South, you can't, be who you want to be. Especially.
So did the girls know, or you was portraying a straight man?
No, I always was myself. I always had some feminine ways. People called me gay, faggot, but I was never like, hey, you guys, I'm gay. I wasn't.
Oh, so people knew.
Well, people, how women and guys do. Oh, that motherfucker gay because he got feminine ways. That's how people in the black community. That's how they treat you without you actually having those gay experiences. They just slap the label on you, gay. You never even had sex with a man before. So that's what they do, and but maybe in the future that will come. I do want children. I'll never marry a man. It's not something that I'm into. But
that's
for
ironic.
the perfect time, perfect.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, many people. I'm sorry.
Why wouldn't you marry one?
It's just not my thing.
But that's what you. That's so weird. Like you don't want a woman, but you don't want to marry.
I don't want to marry a man. Well, I do follow the Bible as well, and I do believe that when you have sex in general before marriage, it's a sin. But also, it does say, same sex is.
So you feel like your attraction to men is wrong. Is that what you're saying?
According to the Bible.
But what is it according to you? Like, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Like.
Right, right. But at the end of the day, I know that we have free will, and I know that
So
do
you
what
want to
thou
try to
will.
convince yourself to be straight eventually.
No, 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 no. This isn't convincing. This is the power of God that I'm saying. I
So you
believe
want
that
to be
anything is
delivered from it. Like what's that guy name? I'm delivered. What's his name?
the Andrew Carwell. No,
Yeah,
it's
you want
not
to
that
kind
I
of be
want
delivered.
to be. I don't want to be delivered. I want whatever God has for me. And I know that whether it's drinking or smoking weed or cursing or anything that doesn't align with where he wants me to be, it's an issue. So this isn't. I'm not saying, oh God, please make me straight today, make me straight today. That's not like a prayer of mine, and I'm not confused or anything. But I've never been to a gay pride parade. I don't go to gay clubs. I'm not in that scene like that. It's just I've never fought for, hey, gays need to get married. It's never been a part of my life. Even though you ask me, am I gay? I'll say sure. But to me, if I don't have sex for a whole year with a man, does that still make me gay? So it's just a
Well,
lot
I
of
mean,
details.
if I don't have sex with a guy for a whole year, I'm still straight.
True, true.
I was celibate
That's
for a whole year
definitely
before
makes
I had my
sense.
baby, and a year later I got
Yes,
some D and I had a baby, but I was still straight. But I think that
does that
just live in your truth. I feel like don't let the words of the Bible, like I know that people, you want to live by the Bible, but don't force yourself into something that you're really not into. If that's what you into, if you're into men, be you, live in your truth. But thank you so much for calling
oh,
in.
yeah, thank you. And I'm definitely living in my truth 100% ever since I was 18 years old. That's always been me, but it's just something that maybe in the future I never know. I want to be a millionaire in the next year, but whatever God has for me, He has for me. But wish you the best of blessings and success to you in all your endeavors.
All right, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, sorry that got off topic, but then the conversation kind of took an interesting turn for me a little bit, and I just wanted to inquire and figure it out. But 240, hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's your thoughts on Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty?
I'm a huge Nicki fan. I actually talked to you before about the little retirement thing before. That was my
Somebody said
first
I
PR
didn't say I was
thing, but
celibate right now. I said I've been celibate before in life. In life, at another time or two, I was celibate for a whole year. But go ahead, caller. Sorry.
I really think this whole situation is it's a mess. I feel like that she's like, she's obviously going another hiatus. She's not going to be back for a while. I do feel like it is bad for her to be dating him for his past. I mean, we're not him, so we don't even know if he even really touched that girl or not. But the name that he has for himself and the name that her brother has for himself, I think, yeah, that messes it up a lot because it's going to make it makes it seem, and not just to me, but to other people, it makes it seem like she, how can I put this without saying, but, okay, I'm going to be blunt. Make it seem like she has a soft spot for rapists. Like she might, be into kids and stuff. I mean, you don't know what she is. She's a great person, but at the same time, I do feel like it's something deeper than what fans know. That's why I feel about the situation. And I do wish her the best of luck, and I wish him the best of luck. I mean, no hard feelings if you into what you into, but, I just feel like it's bad for her. I really don't, know.
Right.
If they have a kid one day, you don't know if he might touch their kid or something like that.
Well, we can't
But,
say
I mean,
that. We can't say that because
yeah,
I
I
think
know.
his situation is different from like messing with a child. So we can't say that because that was his peer at the time. So, a child wasn't involved. So we can't project that. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for chiming in.
No problem.
All right. All right, so we have 1,200 people in the chat right now, and I don't have enough likes on this video. I need y'all to hit like to the video right now. If you are on a cell phone, exit out of the chat, go hit the like button, and then go back into the chat right now. Hit the like button right now. I'm going to take a few more calls, and but I need y'all to hit the like button first. 226, hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hi.
What's your name and where you calling from? Hello? All right, so I don't know what happened. 857? 857?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hey, hi, Neek. So regarding the Kenneth Petty and everything situation, I wanted to say everything about everything that happened yesterday, but I feel like everybody's been running on, and I know you got a little bit of time left, so I just want you to know I got you back. Anyway, regarding the
Thank you for that. But go ahead.
Nikki situation, no problem. So you did make a video, like, I think it was a few days ago, regarding the whole Trinidad situation and everything that had happened out there, and you had a Barb that had, I guess, sent you some DMs or some emails and stuff with some supposed receipts of how she felt that, or a lot of them felt that, this whole thing was a setup. Like she just needed security, something like that. I didn't quite agree with that notion. I felt like I personally feel like at that time that she got with Petty, she was at a really bad place. Like there was a lot of things going on. She was acting out. Everything was happening in the media or whatever. Her and Cardi or whatever, all that stuff was going on. But at the same time, she was in a bad place. She got with this dude, and I feel like Nicki is that type of person that if she does something, she feels like she has to stick to her guns or something, try to prove that she didn't make a bad decision, even after all of this is coming out. And it's like it's not a good look. I never got it. I never understood why she put herself in a situation with this dude that I feel like, I don't even know him, and I just get creep vibes, you know? Like, even the way he looks in pictures, he seems like one of those dudes you get aggravated with real quick, like just the way they act, like they gotta act hard all the time. Like you in the car with your cousin and your mama, but you grilling everybody in the street, like, what are you doing? Like that kind of dude, like after a while you can't hang with him too long. I hope that this conspiracy theory that they had made up, brought to you a few days ago, is the truth. But truthfully, I don't feel like it is. But if it is something like that, I would hope that this is the time, like that lady had called in earlier. She said that he wasn't released yet. I hope that she and her people could get together and realize that this is a really, really, really bad situation, a really, really bad look, and just get that ish annulled. Like, just pivot.
You feel like she should
take a step back.
I feel like she should separate herself from him?
Especially now. I feel like now is the perfect time. Because I don't feel like anybody could really judge her for that. You know what I'm saying? You made a bad decision. Right now, the fact that he hasn't registered as a sex offender, I'm not a Barb. Like, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm not a Barb. Lately, I haven't been feeling Nicki at all. I would, if I had to pick, which I'm too grown for that, I wouldn't put myself in any category of being Barbie gang or Barbie gang, whatever. I would definitely be on the opposing side because I just don't like the way she's been moving lately or whatever. But Nicki is a good rapper to me. I could vibe off her music. I could. But the way she's been portraying herself, she just makes it hard because you want to get personal. Like Cardi just has that personality where you want to get personal with somebody. Like you could get personal with them. Like you could feel like that's your friend while you bopping to their music. And the way she's been acting lately, it's made me feel like that's not somebody I would really hang with like that. Like,
you don't feel like you could connect to her as a person.
I don't feel like I could connect with her anymore. Like I used to feel like I could connect with her. I just feel like now I could try to, after what that video had came out, everything that came, it made me like take a step back and try to look at her like as she was kind of still my friend and see what happened. Because, sometimes your friends go through stuff and you don't take the time to think about what could have happened to that person and make her just be all over the place. And sometimes it could be something serious. Like, maybe it's not serious to us. It wouldn't affect us, but for whatever reason, it affected her. Party coming into the situation affected her. Things that happened with other people affected her. Whatever the situation, that shit affected her and made her act out. Now she's stuck in a situation with this dude. I just feel like right now will be the perfect time to just back away from him because he's just tearing her down. And then we could just worry about the music and collabing with people and letting people have because there's so much room in this industry for everybody. I just feel like she wasn't trying to be that person to let anybody else get no shine. Truthfully, I don't know how else to say it, and I didn't like that.
All right.
Maybe she was in a bad place. I just hope that she can leave dude alone. He's a hot mess, girl. That's like somebody you gotta kidnap your sister. Like, yo, I don't care. You ain't messing with this dude.
You gotta stop messing with him. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you for having me, Nick. I love you. You have a good time, and don't worry about none of them haters.
All right. All right, bye. All right, 347, hello.
So much drama in she it's hard.
All right, you're trying to be a troll. 910, hello. 910.
Hi, Meek.
Hey. What's your name and where you calling from?
Essence, and I'm calling from Wilmington, North Carolina. First of all, I want to touch on the gay dude that called. I think he's very interesting.
That was definitely interesting. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Yes. I think you should try to reach out and talk more to him because, the story behind that right there. Anyway, Nicki, right?
Yeah.
First of all, we have to understand that Nicki has a mental illness. Okay.
Well, we don't know if she has a mental illness. We can't say that.
Come on now. Roman, all that, Nicki got a mental illness, okay?
She got probably different personalities.
Yeah. I also feel like a lot of people have came up here and they're kind of like protecting sex offenders to me. If you walk up to a girl and you from the back, come on now. I don't care if you're 16 or what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make sense to me. None of that makes sense to me. None of this makes sense to me. And then your brother was facing charges, and you decided to marry a sex offender. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, make it make sense. None of it makes sense. And I also feel like, people are like, well, she got lawyers and this and that. Nicki is very aggressive. Nobody can tell her what to do. She doing what she want to do.
Right.
She hid her brother. She paid for his lawyers and all of that. She wrote a letter to the judge. Okay. Then Meek said, your little brother was touching that girl too. That's crazy to me. Like, I just, I don't want to bash Nicki. I've never been into the Barb thing. Like, I'm not no super fan like that or whatever. I've been looking at Nicki since she was first on the crack DVD when she didn't have no ass or no titties or nothing. Like, when she used to sing and rap. Like, so it's like nobody ever thought she was going to be like this or whatever, but come on now.
Yeah.
Like, he's a sex offender. Period. Your brother was going to court. You came out, boom. Everybody knew that he was a sex offender. The baby mama came out and said her piece, and next thing you know, she gets shot up in her house or something. Did you hear about that?
Say that last part?
His baby mother, right?
Uh-huh.
She came out and was like, he did rape that girl, yeah, da-da-da, even though I don't know why she was with him. But then she ended up getting shot or something in her house.
Oh, yeah, I think something did happen to her, but I don't know if he was related to it, but I thought she got into it with, some females or something. I thought it had to do with, like some females or something, but I think I remember.
It's right after the Nicki thing, But I never knew I was going to get through. I love you. I love that you stay
Love you
10
back.
toes down on your word. You feel me?
Yeah,
And I'm going to
thank
keep
you.
watching you.
Thank you for the support.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 313.
Hey, Neat, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's going on in your background?
My bad. I'm at work, girl. I'm in the trap getting this money. You can hear it. So all my listeners, y'all can hear the sauce in my voice. So what's understood don't gotta be explained. But I'm gonna speak kind of take the devil's advocate on this. And what kills me is why is it that successful men can marry strippers, they can marry whores, they can marry ex-scammers, and that's cool. But when a woman tries to, marry somebody that's kind of, financially underneath her, she sees potential in him. Why is that a problem? I don't think it's for everybody to understand. I think she sees potential in that man, and she's helping him get out of a place. I've seen it before. I'm from the hood. I didn't watch women fix up men who had fucked up past. I watched my sister do it. My sister went to nursing school for 2 years, graduated. I remember when she showed me and my cousin her first paycheck. She had well over $1,700 on that paycheck, and in some coming weeks, she ended up going with one of her coworkers' brothers. Now he had just gotten out of jail. He liked to steal. He liked to steal catalytic converters. He liked to take cars to the chop shop. And she dealt with all of that shit. Even the process of weaning him off of that shit. And he would be doing it for her, doing it for his family so that he could provide, so that he didn't have to depend on his woman for money. But at the same time, she stayed with him, and he got out of that life. He learned his damn lesson, and he does right by my sister. Now he's a working man. They have 2 babies
So you
together. They're
basically feel
happily
like people
married.
can change.
You said what?
I said, so you basically feel like people can change and to give people a chance to
I
change.
feel like yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. People can change, and if people want to take somebody with a jacked up past, if they want to take on a fixer upper type of person as their mate, let them do that. You feel me? I feel like it's messed up. Every single time Nicki Minaj is out in the blogs with her husband, they are heavily covered. Like, it's always Nicki Minaj husband does this. I don't like Kenneth. I don't like Kenneth. And it's just like, damn, leave that man alone and let him be married. Because in a couple years, let's say in a couple years, Nicki helps that man open a business. And let's say his business is thriving. Then y'all going to be all on that man's dick. Like, oh, Nicki Minaj held him down. And this is what happens when you have a good woman and X, Y, and Z. That man paid his best in society. He has gone to jail for attempted murder, for whatever he was doing with that girl. The judge has given a verdict on that. Why do y'all keep slapping this man in the face with it? Let that man live his damn life. He gonna leave Nicki Minaj before she leaves him. Shit.
Oh, you think so?
But that's basically just what I wanted to say. Now, in saying that, I'm going to make a little bit of a contradictory statement. I am a firm believer in hypergamy, meaning, you marry up, you date up, to secure yourself financially and whatnot. And I do believe that women should do that. But I also don't believe in judging a woman just because she dates down and she decides to pick somebody up. You got potential. She see potential in that man. Let her see the potential. Let her see the potential and let her fix that nigga up. Like, quit bashing her over the head.
Sing another line. Sing another line.
You got potential. Y'all is crazy.
All right, thank you for calling in.
All right, Nate. All right, Nate.
All right.
All right.
It's a lot of noise going on in the background. All right. Oh man, y'all funny. 469, hello. 469, hello. All right. 216, hello. 216. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
What's your name and where
I
you
just
calling from?
wanted to say, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, Yellow calling from Cleveland. I just want to say, I think Nicki Minaj is wrong for this. Well, not wrong for dating a man with his past, but I think she should have just kept him out of the public eye, and it wouldn't be this much backlash on her. And she probably figured since she knew him from back in the day and the history that they had, she looked over past the charges and that. But I think she should have just kept him out of the public eye, just off fact of what her brother was already going through with all, and how she felt about her brother's case. And this way, this L that she's taking, it just won't be hitting her the way that it's hitting her.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right. 706. 706. Hello?
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Tosh from Columbus, Georgia, and I am a Nicki fan and also a Sagittarius, so I can somewhat understand her mindset.
Well, fill us in, girl.
Okay, I think first of all, Nicki is an amazing artist. Person before, not the immediate person before, but somebody called her crazy, mental illness. No, that's the artist in her. I've been following Nicki since she first came out, and while I don't think that this guy is a good guy for her, I don't like him for her. But as a Sagittarius, I do know that we don't listen to what people tell us about someone. We're the type of people that you have to see for yourself. We're not gonna have people telling us who we can talk to. We don't like that. Me, when it comes to dating or anything in life, I don't listen to what people tell me. Nobody can change my mind about something that I'm set so strongly on. But I really don't like this guy for her, but I do like Nicki and I support her, and I feel like she felt the pressure as she's moving towards 40. She wants to settle down and have kids and all that stuff. So basically, I just feel like she felt pressured to, hurry and settle down. And
Okay.
also, she didn't want
Tyson
someone
says,
big
look up
in
the
the public
marriage.
eye.
Tyson, send it to me. I think what people seen was a marriage certificate, but I don't think they seen like her applying for the certificate. I don't think people pulled up the actual, the official marriage license. So if you have it, DM me. But thank you so much, caller.
Thank you.
All right. 985. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I called back. This is Chris from New Orleans.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I was calling back, because I really listened to everybody was saying. First of all, that young guy who was talking about with the Bible and stuff, say he's got to, like he told him, he has to follow his own dreams, because guess what? If he listened to the New Testament and the Old Testament, they don't have anything about homosexuality. So he had to do his research about that, and he had to understand he have a relationship with God first before religion, because religion is different from having a relationship with God if you look at that. They got different religions, and humans, as human beings, we water down the word of God itself. So that's a different topic. But when I was saying, well, they had the lady, she was saying, like the other girl just got off, she said mental illness. It's talented. You have a lot of artists. Beyonce has alter egos. Everybody have an alter ego to be better who they are. They feel like they could channel somebody else who they're not. Just like they said, as artists, all artists, all real artists have different people they want to channel and be different, because that's what artist is. Artist is a form of music and acting. You have to have some different type of, different personalities. But before I hung up the last time, with the guy, with Kenneth is just like the girl said.
Kenneth said, actually, Kenneth, call back in.
Yeah.
Are you on the line, Kenneth? Wait, before you say anything, let's get Kenneth on the line. Kenneth, are you on the line? I'm looking in the chat to see if Kenneth is on the line. Let's see. Okay, Kenneth said give him a second. So go ahead.
Yeah, and he just got to find himself. And even with Nicki Minaj Husband, we're going back to saying the whole situation before we just go off on three different, everybody going on different subjects and stuff like that. Like you were saying, she has her own mind. She want love, like the girl said. She's knocking on 40. I don't think she's jealous of anybody because if you records, we could say people say one thing, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie in reality. If you want to speak reality. Nicki is still the number one top-selling female artist of all time. There's no man or no woman right now that's out Cardi, anything. Grammys doesn't matter. Look at last year. They cut Drake's mic off when he was dissing the Grammys at the Grammys. You can't tell me that's not disrespectful. So Puffy just made a statement about the Grammys before he was going to the Grammys. So I don't think the Grammys held as much weight as it used to. Like people, like the artists don't even respect it as they diss it before they even go on to the Grammys. So I don't look at the Grammys as a big platform anymore. I just think it is a joke. That's what it is.
All right, pause.
It's politics.
All right, pause. Is this Kenneth?
Yeah, this is me.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm my kidding. So that's what we're saying basically about the politics. It's just politics.
No,
that's
what was you saying about Kenneth while we got him on the line?
Oh, I was telling Kenneth, you have to follow you have to be who you are, and don't look at everything like religion, like you said, the Bible. Going back with the Bible, if you go to the Old Testament, not St. James, but the Old Testament, and you look at what the Bible it said, it didn't have nothing about homosexual or nothing like that, because nothing about that in there. Now the New Testament in religion waters it down and says that, you being gay is a sin. This is a sin. This is a sin. You have to really go back in details on what the Bible, what the Lord said himself, and figure out what you are and how you feel. Like, never be ashamed of that. And it was like when you were talking, it was like you was shaming yourself, like, I don't want to be gay or I don't want to be this. You should be happy because but no, it's not what you say. It's if you take and if you analyze what you were saying. If anybody on the line, we was analyzing what you were saying. It's like you were trying to water yourself down. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. And
we as people, we as people, sorry to cut you. We as people, we have to actually listen to what people say. And when you're talking with someone, you don't know me, but I'm a person of good intention. I'm a person who. I live in my truth, so what I say is what I say. It doesn't need to be broken down.
No, but see what you're saying is before you. I don't try to. We're not gonna have an argument. I'm not gonna try to argue it. But what you were saying, we're all listening. We all listening on here. Even she could tell you with how you were saying it. It was just like you're not being you. And I'm not trying to judge you or nothing because we all got to live our own life. We have to live our own body. Our own life is our own testimony. But the way you were saying it was like, if it was meant for me, I'm going to be gay. If it's meant for me, I'm not going to be gay. And I'm a person, me personally, I've never been raped. I've never been that. I am who I am. I can't see I love women. Women are beautiful, and I feel like their bodies are temple. I love everything about a woman. But sexually, I'm not attracted to a woman. So I could not sit there and say, okay, I could pray. I'm probably older than you. I didn't pray. I didn't cry. I didn't do everything, been through what the gay stages. And I'm like, I am living testimony. I am who I am. I'm not going to sit here and say, if I pray, God going to do that, God going to do that. I feel like he made everybody in their own image. And I feel like what you're feeling now is who you are. 12 years from now, you're still going to be who you are. Because I know at the age, when I was at a young age, I knew I wasn't attracted to women. I knew men was my attraction. That's just me saying what I say. I'm not trying to say anything about you because you do seem like a cool person. That's why I can have this conversation or this dialogue with you without having like a conflict.
Okay. Thank you for that. Just to be clear, I've read the Quran and I'm reading the Bible, and I just want to know, have you read the entire Bible?
Yes, that's my first thing I ever said. So you didn't listen to what I'm saying. See, I say when you leave the Old Testament, the New Testament, and the Quran. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to read the Quran because that's not my type of religion. But the Bible, I'm Baptist, and my grandmother's a minister. My stepdad is a minister. His daddy was a minister. So I've been in church, and I'm still in church in the choir now. But you have to have a better understanding because if you read the Bible for yourself and you get an understanding of what God said, He also said, if you go in the Bible, He said, no sin is greater than thou. So no sin we committed on earth is greater than
All right,
nothing. So
let Kenneth reply. Let Kenneth reply.
Oh.
It has to be a conversation, you know. I asked a question Bible, and you kind of derailed from that. So I take
yes, I did.
Bible. My grandmother raised me. I was brought up in church from since I was a kid, and since I was a kid, at my earliest, I've had sexual desires for a man, and at some point, I did have sexual desires for a woman in high school and throughout college. So currently now, I could say that people go to church, but the main people who go to church are the main ones who are going to be left behind because people don't want to grow in the spirit. They grow in however they feel. And when you do as you feel, that is of evil. Do what thou wilt is Satanist. Do what thou wilt. And that is the time that we are living in, where everyone could just do what they will. That is literally Satanist. You're following Satan. So me personally, I know who I am. And just to give you a little background really, really quick, I've been breaking down my life bit by bit. I'm working on my novel based on my life. I've broken down my life in its totality, and I've figured out many of the things that I have done wrong according to myself and according to the Bible, and I've done research on that dating back to Kemet and where back to Ethiopia, where the first Bible is in Ethiopia with the Ethiopians, where the I forgot the people's name, but I've been studying, and I don't watch TV. I turn my cable off. Okay, I don't watch the Love and Hip Hop and all of those shows. I have deleted as of September 19th last year. Cut everyone out of my life. My mother, my grandparents, my siblings, my friends. I haven't had sex since then. I don't masturbate. I don't do any of those things. I don't smoke weed anymore.
So you feel like your mind kind of been programmed, kind of sound like.
Yeah, because I believe we all have been programmed in one shape or another, with whether it's with TV or whether it's with your family, whether it's through church. Because my grandmother goes to church every single day, and she gives them $100 check. Not every single day. I'm sorry, every Sunday, and she gives them $100 check every Sunday. And her husband, my grandfather, gives them $100. That's $200 per Sunday. And the building is still the same. Everything's still the same. She's the missionary of the church, but yet when she gets out in the church parking lot, she curses and talks about everybody. She is like backstabbing with the church, just with everything. So I see on firsthand how church people move, So when people say follow what they do when you've been in church so long, well, she's been in church all her life, and she reads the Bible all the time. But that doesn't mean that you have the mindset and the understanding and the understanding to break those things down, not to suit your happiness and not to suit your feelings, but to get down to the whole truth, because the truth hurts. And sometimes the truth is how you're living your life. And we as people, we live in Peter Pan land, where we want to manipulate everything to make us feel happy. So with that being said, I pressed reset on my life and starting all over, in a sense, to put people where they should be, priorities in my mind, and reading and delving into things and things like that. So when I say that, God may make me straight tomorrow. he may make me straight next year. I don't know, or he might just not. But I am in the back seat of the car. God is driving the car. I have learned to let go of control, because when you're trying to control the vehicle and he's trying to drive, he'll let you drive and you end up crashing. So I sit in the back,
All right.
and wherever he takes me, I follow. So, I mean, I'm not confused. I don't have any type of dementia or anything. I just believe in growth, and I believe in change, and I believe in God, and I believe that the relationship that you have with him is individual, and I believe that we should not be following what we heard other people tell us.
All righty.
Just to
All right,
feel
so we're
good.
just going to stop there. All right, thank you so much, Kenneth. You was trying to come for
Sure.
me yesterday, but I, I hear you today.
No, I really wasn't. It was just that I figured that you were frustrated, and when people are frustrated, they don't want to hear the opposing opinion. So I do apologize if I did come off disrespectful, but I didn't mean it. So I do apologize for that.
All right, for sure. Thank you for calling in.
No problem. Take care.
All right.
To the both of you.
All right. All right. So we're going to get back to the Nicki Minaj topic. Some of you guys have been waiting for a while. I'm sorry. I just felt like that was interesting. I know I lost hella viewers, but I be interested in certain things, I'd be interested in certain, mind concepts and things like that. 917, we're back to Nicki Minaj. What are your thoughts?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, Nick, how are you?
I'm good. What's your name and where you calling from?
It's Sophia. I'm calling from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Hey.
And I just think that Mama is just going through some stuff. I think that she chose what she felt was necessary at the time. She stated when she met him, she knew him from a long time ago, and they were friends, and he knows her inside out. But when she was dating Safari, and she was dating Nas, and she was dating Meek, where was this person? We never heard of him until after all of those people came. So I just think that Nicki is just in a space. She's going through a lot, especially with her brother. With her music career is still doing well, but I think that she feels like she could be in a better place where she was like 10 years ago. And I just think that all of that is just weighing on her. So with him now being arrested for not registering, I think that, he's an adult. You can't remind him of this because this is what was told to him to do from his court cases, that you must register. So I don't think that this was a mishap. I just think that this was just negligence. And anything that she does, of course, in concerning him, is going to be headline news. This is going to be another dig on her. And with the young lady who was in the trap, how you doing? She made a good point, because it is true. If you choose to date a young man and you want to help him out and you want to get him to the next level, I don't see anything wrong with that either. If you also want to date up, I don't see anything wrong with that either. It's just that you have to be ready for whoever you choose. You have to be ready for whatever's going to come behind that door. And sometimes when you're dealing with men who have very sketchy pasts, some of those things come back in the future, even when you're trying to move on and do the best that you can. And she is trying to live well. She is trying to be very happy and do all those things, but his past is definitely going to continue to follow them. So I don't know how he can get out of this situation. It's a hard space for her to be in. She's a public figure, so everything that's going to happen is going to be public. And it's unfortunate that this big scrutiny now is coming. I think that he needs to be a little more responsible. If you know you have to register, just register. This is an issue now. Why should this be an issue? If you know you have to register. You have other things doing. You're touring, you're going over the world with this young lady. She has deals on the table. I mean, come on, it's really kind of crazy. It's like, you got to go to college, but you just cut in class every day. Like, I don't get it. I just wish her the best. I want to see her happy. I really do. I think that she doesn't smile anymore. I think that all of her pictures are just, when she was with these other dudes, she smiled a lot more. So we don't know what was going on behind the scenes. It shows
so you
that
feel
Nick
like she's not happy?
Yeah, I think that she wants to be happy. I think that she wants to be that happy girl that we used to see, because she used to smile a lot and really have a good time. And I don't see that anymore.
And I don't know if that's because of the type of relationship she's in or where she's at right now. Because as we as women getting older, you start to focus in on the things that are really important, and you want to get there. And because she's in the limelight, people are looking at her maybe, oh, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have a baby? And she wants all those things, but she probably wants it in her time frame, but she probably feels pressured because of all of this. And the comparison continues to happen, which will with her ex, Safari. They will continue to compare them. So she would never be able to just be in her own space with her own man because that will always be a comparison.
All righty. Well, thank you so
So
much.
Yes, Ma. Thank you.
All right. All right. 804. Hello.
Hey, Nick.
Hey. What's up, girl?
All right. How are you? Just quick. I just wanted to say I just really don't think that Nicki is that dumb. I really don't. Her career, the money, her life, I think she knows what's at stake. I truly believe that she's known him, and I believe that there's more to the story. With his case, he only got 4 years. And with the day and time, the way that they're giving black people all this extra time and doing the most with us, I highly doubt that he would have only got 4 years for the crime the way they described it in the paper. I truly believe there was something else going on. So maybe she knows his history. Maybe she knows the situation.
I mean, well, age does play a factor. If he was 15 years old, that could play a factor in his time as well. Oh, I don't know what happened. 410, hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name and where you calling from?
Okay, yes. I gotta make it on here. This is Brittany. I'm calling from Baltimore. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. Trying to get my voice back.
Yes. Okay, first of all, I just landed on your show. So great show. Nick and I love it. I just wanted to chime in because what caught me is because I am a diehard Nicki fan, and when I say diehard, like, first of all, I'm older, but when I say it, I'm just more supportive. Like, I'm not a fan, but what I'm saying is I've been watching her, like, from the come up videos and all that good jazz, right? And a few comments that were made in regards to her, I just think I love what the guy said before, the one that was in the trap, about how we don't pass the same level of judgment when guys date down or they date women with past histories or strippers and things like that. And so I did agree with that comment. I don't think that we should necessarily judge it. We're not living it, right? But there was just so many different comments made, like about her being crazy. She has an alter ego. That's one thing. But as far as this Kenneth Petty goes, I know a lot of us are probably familiar with the New York case, the one that Ava DuVernay did a movie about.
The Central Park 5?
Yes. Okay, Central Park 5, right? So you hear stories like that, and you hear about how a young man can get caught up in the system, and then now they messed up for the rest of their lives. Their record is messed up. They don't have the money to fight the situation. The people are judging them. Even in that movie itself, they portrayed that aspect of what a black man goes through when he comes up out of jail. And if whether it's for a crime that he committed or a mistake he made it years ago, we're still judging that man today for it, whether we know all the ins and outs of the case or not, right? It's not. We know that it's not really guilty and proven innocent, and we know that when you come out and you pay your debt, folks are still looking at you sideways, whether you didn't turn it around and turned your entire life around. It's still a stigma, and I feel like with Nicki, with this situation, I think before people pass judgment, we should be extending a little bit of grace. I do think that she sometimes can get out the gate. Yes, I think that, for you to be in the industry, it's definitely a level of pressure, especially if you grow in it. In a lot of Nicki's albums, if you listen to her first album, she talks about having to choose between the things that she loved in the trap and the hood and that Nicki that we saw in the Stoop and the Come Up DVDs versus who she became to become a national recording star. And I don't think people really understand that transition, the decision that an artist would make. I've seen it. I know it. I work in the space. And Yes, she probably has an attitude. I think there's plenty of artists that have one. I'm so sick and tired of us giving Nicki a bad name because she says what she says on her mind when she acts out or she did the jumps on Twitter. There's plenty of guys that do the same thing, and we don't give them that same hammer, right? We're not writing them off as if they weren't a dope rapper. I love what the young lady said that wasn't a barb, but she did mention that she's a rapper. At the end of the day, you don't have to be a fan of Nicki. You don't have to love her, man. You don't have to do anything. I think what people just need to remain and remind themselves is that she is a dope rapper, period. There's nothing else people can say about that. You don't have to love her, but she is a dope rapper. She writes her own music. She puts out her own stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't need to
All
go
right.
on.
Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you.
All right. 443. Did I already answer this number? 443. Hello. Okay, this must have been one that didn't come to the phone. 410. 410. All right. 774.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name and where you calling
Hello.
from? Yes. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Rob, calling from Rhode Island.
Hey, what's your thoughts?
Well, I don't know. I like the last caller said. If somebody does something, you go to court. The courts put it down in paper, and everyone judges you on that. I have charges myself. I had drug charges. I didn't have money for a lawyer, so instead of getting jail time, I took I took a plea bargain. I pled NOLO. So now every time I go in front of somebody for a job, for anything, everybody always looks at that as if that's who you are. That's not who you are. And I am a diehard Nicki Minaj fan. Like, I've been listening to her since 2007 when nobody around here knew who she was. And she found somebody. She's been with him. She was with him back before she was famous, and now she's with him now after he's done all of his time. He's paid all his dues, and like she said, it was a misunderstanding. The girl was 16. I'm sorry, no, he was 16 and she was 15. It's like, I don't understand how everybody gets on this Nicki hate train. And it's like, she's happy, let her be happy, Like, I don't understand why every time that something happens, it's Nicki this, Nicki that, like her man, oh, he's in jail now. It's like, it's just crazy how everyone just jumps to the conclusion of, all right, oh, he's a sex offender, That's somebody she loves, you know what I mean? Like, love should be, like, the main thing here. Like, she loves him, and she sees him for him. She knows who he is. She understands what happened back then, and, maybe it was just all a big misunderstanding, but everybody doesn't see that, so, I don't know.
All right. All right. Well, thank you
It's
so
just,
much.
like, thank you.
All right. 410. Hello.
Yes. Okay. Real quick, I forgot one last thing. This one guy come in the chat. He said that one Petty killed someone, and then they also brought up the thing about the brother. I must say, I'm be honest with you. I got two brothers. I don't know, and I don't know anybody, because we always talk about not ratting. We always talk about we don't want to send anybody. Who really about to send their brother to jail? Who would not? Even if at anything, I would give him some help and figure it out, and I understand what he did wasn't right. It was not. But who really about to send their brother to jail? I just want to know.
I mean, if your brother violates a child, I would have no mercy for my brother, honestly.
No,
I would have no
understand
mercy
that.
for any family member that violates a child. The girl was like,
that.
I think like 10, 11.
So
I
what
wouldn't
exactly?
I wouldn't
Let me be
care if
honest
it was
with
my
you.
brother or not.
What was the complete? What exactly was he charged with? Because I'll be honest with you, I've never gone deep into that. But I do. All I hear is people talking about, oh my God, she took after her brother. She did this for her brother. She did that for her brother. And I'm just thinking to myself, how many people do you
Are you
think
asking
are
what her
famous?
brother was charged with, or are you asking what Kenny was charged with?
Her brother.
Her brother was charged with molesting his wife's daughter, and there was DNA from his
Oh wow.
semen found in her panties.
Wow. Okay. That's terrible. That is terrible. I
And
think that.
the 8-year-old brother, the 8-year-old brother walked in and seen it, and he's the one who reported it to his school. But go ahead.
Wow. And I think he should absolutely get what he deserves. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But the only point I'm trying to make is that there are quite a bit of people who blasted, who like are chastising her for doing what I think most people would have done, especially in that position. I don't know that you can speak and say that I would just throw my brother away to jail. Maybe I wouldn't be involved. Maybe I wouldn't have any mercy. But I don't know that when the police come knocking on my door that I'm gonna be like, yeah, he right there. You know what I'm saying? I just think that most people would have a hard time doing that. You're gonna know that your brother was wrong and it was a terrible situation. But I think a lot of people misjudge something that deep because they're not in the situation. But I've seen a lot of people cover up ugly family secrets, and it never comes out, so we
But
never
that
have
doesn't make
time
it
to
right.
judge.
Also, that doesn't make it right.
No,
Like
it does not.
we
No.
gotta we as the black community need to put an end to covering up family secrets. If you do some foul shit, you need to be exposed, and your ass need to be in jail. The whole covering up from the pedophile uncle and the fucking creepy ass cousin or whatever. No,
Yeah,
that mentality needs to fucking come to a quick stop. But thank you so much for calling in.
absolutely.
All right. 312 312.
What's up, Nick?
Hey.
I'm digging your show like always. This is Rick from Chicago.
Hey, Rick.
Uh, Basically, I just want to say, he know exactly what he has to do before he get out.
Uh-huh.
And since Nikki took that responsibility to take him in,
Somebody in the chat said he sounds sexy.
so since she wanna like
They said you
claim
sound
that's her
sexy.
voice, I appreciate it. Thank
But
you, whoever said that.
somebody said you put your sexy voice on. Go
No,
ahead.
that's my natural voice. But
Somebody else said you sound fine. You might want to
that's
drop
her
your Instagram.
responsibility.
You might want to drop
That's
your
her
Instagram
responsibility.
in the chat. They over here saying some things in the chat. You might as well want to drop your Instagram. But go ahead.
I appreciate that, lady. But that's her responsibility now. If she loved that guy, her husband, whatever, fiance, that's her duty to make sure he stay on point. Now, I know a lot of people saying that ain't her duty, but it is. She's
Uh-huh.
supposed to stay on point. He's supposed to stay on point. He know exactly what he's supposed to do a month ahead before he got released.
Right.
And that's all I want to say.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for chiming in, and the ladies are waiting for your Instagram in the chat.
Oh, that's what's up. It's
All right.
Rick, though. That's fine.
All right. All right. Last caller, 336. Hello. Oh wait, I'll take two more. Hello, 336. And I'll take
Can you
317.
hear me?
Y'all both on at the same time. 317 and
Okay, let me
336.
this real quick.
Hey, how you doing, Nate?
Hey.
Hey. Well,
See, people can.
this is
You want to go
Monty,
first?
and you had an exciting show today. There was a lot of topics going on this episode.
Uh-huh. Somebody said, "Is that Lucky?"
You know it's me. It's me. Hi Joseph, Noel. Yeah, how you doing? Anyway, I think I'm like the last caller that called in with the Nicki Minaj situation. You know, she's got too many millions of dollars on deck. I know my voice. Okay, you're silly. Okay. With her having all them kind of millions of dollars on deck, and she already knew what that man was as she married him, I can't understand why she wouldn't make sure that he had all his paperwork and stuff together when they after she got married. For him to get arrested by the feds, it's almost like they was living in a fantasy world. Like these white
They
folks is
were.
not gonna arrest him
All right,
if you
336.
don't.
All right, wait, Lucky.
You know.
336.
Okay.
They definitely was living in a fantasy world. You could tell by how they just got together and how it broke the internet, and it just seemed like, from my understanding, she seen him out at she was on a drive or something like that, and he said he went, not he said, but he ended up going down there, and mind you, while he was already in a relationship, and he seen her, and then they ended up hooking back up, and then she posted a picture of him, and now they together. So she knew what it was, and my thing with him is, it's like people don't want you to judge a person, but I understand the judging. But when someone keeps putting themselves out there, and he has proven it over and over and over and over and over again, over again, who he is. Do you see how many mug shots he got? Do you see he had a whole gun on live, and he was supposed to have one? The man don't. How you not gonna register when you get out of jail? When you get out of prison? That's the main thing you gotta do. How you not gonna do that because he was caught up?
All right, 484.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah,
Can you
go
hear me?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Just go right in. Jump. Boom, boom, boom. Jump on in. We all
right.
on.
So a lot of people mentioned things I was gonna mention, but I'm a Sagittarius too. You know, she don't give a fuck about anything anybody's saying. She living, you know, and I feel like people need to let her be happy and stop judging her. And, you know, I know a lot of spiteful women that will set people up to rob them, that will lie and say that, you know, somebody raped them when they didn't, all because they mad, they don't want to be with them. And there's women that will, you know, say a
What do you
man's
think
not
about that,
provided for a
336?
child. And
You said what? You said what I say? What I think about it?
Yeah, what 484 just said.
I understand, you know, but at the same time, it is what it is. If that's what he registered as, that's what he registered as. So I'm taking it for what it is. And like I said, his past, if you've been in trouble with the law so many times, you possible, in my mind, it's possible that you done anything.
All right, Lucky.
And he keeps on there with his attitude.
Lucky.
Yeah, I just feel like you would think that if Nikki took in this man as a grown person, like they said, she almost 40, if not knocking on 40 door, you would be like, Amen. And you'd be like, okay, well, what are the rules, Pooh? Like, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, grown people it seems like a grown person would have that conversation if you are marrying somebody who's a sex offender or has felonies or whatever. Because if she has children and he's a sex offender,
am I still on the line? Hello?
some of those laws say you can't even be around your own kids. So she should have thought about her whole life all the way together before bringing in this man that has these.
All right, go ahead, 484.
Sagittarius, we're very forgiving. You know what I'm saying? You could do the worst thing in the world. We'll forgive you.
Your white folks will come over there and they will snatch your Sagittarius ass up with the rest of them. And they ain't thinking about no damn.
But we're very forgiving and we love her, and that's a
I don't
childhood
see a
sweetheart of
574.
hers,
You see where Love got that man sitting over there at the jailhouse, and
right, but you know what? We're not perfect. We're human. We all make mistakes. We gotta live and learn.
she
and
make too
evolve
much money
from
to
it.
make that kind of
This
mistake.
is probably a life lesson that she has to go through, but we can't judge her
Y'all
for
gonna
it,
stop.
you know, because she's just human.
All right, 917.
Hello. Bad behavior.
All right, go
Hi.
ahead. Just jump
Hello.
right in. Jump right in. Go ahead.
I just want to say this. I love Nicki Minaj, but a problem that I have with her is she comes off as she knows more than everybody else. So mistakes should not be made in her life. And I love her as far as her music and as an artist. She should not be making mistakes like this. For instance, you decide to pick up he's an ex-convict, he's a murderer, and he's a sex offender. So at the end of the day, you choose this man, and you knew he was a sex offender because the first thing that came out when she started dating him was his past history, and it hit the media. And the first thing she did was go into the defense mode for this man that raped a child. Whether he was a kid or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is, you have it.
But sometimes jail is
you have a
not the answer. Some people need
registration.
mental help.
You have a registration that you have to do every time you move from one address to the other. And you married this person, you married his problems. No matter what's going on in your life, you inherit all that person's problems. When she moved him from Brooklyn or Queens or wherever the hell he lived at and moved him to California, the first thing she should have did was say, baby, go and take care of your ass.
But again, she probably didn't know, about
and
your parole officer.
No, she's not stupid. Let me just say this. I'm from New York. Everybody in New York knows the rules when it comes to sex offender. Every block in New York got a fucking, excuse me French, but have a rapist on the block somewhere. Every block in New York is like that. So let me just say this. He knows, she knows. Even the block she lived on in Queens had a bunch of rapists on her block. Everybody knows. The point
All right,
is,
I'm going to pause you for a second. 662, jump right in. 662? All right, you ain't ready to jump on in, huh?
Yeah. Hello?
What?
All right, go ahead. Hurry up. You got to jump on in.
First thing, I feel like dude know what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to go ahead and register.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line.
But
I feel like his ass ready to go back to jail for some damn reason.
Okay, all right. Everybody keeps saying that. I get that. I get that part what y'all saying. I get the part that everybody else kept saying. He do know what she's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, the only thing I don't like what people be saying is her brother. Let's go back with her brother. You can't control your brother's action. No matter who your sibling is, her brother is her brother. She was believing her brother. If my brother tell me today I didn't do it, I'm gonna go to bat for you because I only gotta believe me and your word. As your brother, and my brother told me, hey, I never did nothing. I'm gonna get you a lawyer, make sure you good. But when it comes out, she never visit, and all the evidence. And we go back into the evidence. That's part of evidence. The mama called Nicki herself, and that's part in the court documents. That the mama wanted $20,000, so y'all can't just be mad at Nicki. The mama wanted $20,000 just to drop the charges. Now, what type of mama will sell his daughter's soul for $20,000?
The lawyer. Hello.
I'm with you when
Can
you're
I
right.
say something?
I'm with you when you're right.
Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
The lawyer was the one that requested $20,000. It wasn't the mom. It was done behind the mother's back. The mom didn't even know. That was the lawyer.
But go back and say what you...
Excuse me. The lawyer wanted to resolve the case so that it wouldn't be bad on Nicki. The lawyer thought he was doing a good job. It wasn't the
now
mom
look at
that
this part.
requested that.
Now look at this part. Now y'all just said Nicki is responsible when she married her husband. She was responsible before her husband making sure he registered. So if my lawyer has whoever said it, but listen, whoever said that's her husband. She was responsible for her husband making sure he took care of the paperwork. If your lawyer, you put that lawyer in charge, he's supposed to make sure your best interest is important. So why would he do that? And she know. That's not your best interest. That's not your lawyer. That's the lady lawyer. So
they were pursuing a civil case before. They was doing a civil case too. It wasn't just a criminal case. It was a civil case.
How you think that make you? How they make you? How would that be looking?
Let me just say this. It doesn't matter how it looks because at the end of the day, the lawyer was doing his job. It wasn't the mother that did that. It was the lawyer. So you can't turn around and say how it looks.
You could. The lawyer can't just talk. The lawyer can't just go off and say, oh, let me go get this. You have to consent with by a lawyer. The lawyer can't just do something without the client of knowledge. You can't just go say, hey, I'm going to get $20,000.
All right, 985, wait.
Nicki's mom wanted Nicki to pay $20,000.
No, not Nicki mom. No, it was the little girl who got raped. Nicki's brother, the victim, the little girl, allegedly. I'm just saying this because we don't know who was in there. Her mom, they got it on video. They got not video, they have audio. That's if you go into court. She asked for it. Somebody said the lawyer. I'm just telling you what the people say because I like I said.
There was a civil case that was going on at the same time, and they were trying to get money to resolve the issues. And if, of course, if let's put it like this: if Nicki Minaj is my sister, and I'm in trouble, and she's in a position where she could save my damn life, of course they're gonna go to her where she could save my life because she has the money to do it. But at the end of the day, the lawyer did that.
If somebody molests my child,
I'm not worried about no money. And get why? And that's my thing is this.
That's not gonna fix that.
But they tied it together. When you with the paperwork, they tied it together.
Hey, wait. One at a time. Hold up. All right, wait. Okay, so who was the last person? 484. What did you say?
No, I was just saying. Because he said the victim's mom was asking for $20,000 to drop the charges or something like that. That's not gonna fix that girl's mental problems afterwards. Like that's fucked up.
Yeah, all right, 917.
But it's not,
917.
Yes, the mother did not request that. The lawyers requested $20,000 to resolve the issues. And that's what the lawyers did. They admitted it in court that they did it. And they also admitted that it wasn't the mother request. It was because Nicki tried to use that as a defense in case, and it got use it as a defense in the case, and it got debunked. Okay. If it worked in court, he wouldn't be in jail today.
All right, pause. I want you guys to. All right. Wait. Hey, wait. 561. Hello.
Hi. I'm just calling. I'm confused about this whole thing. Like, how is all of this like pretending to Nicki? Because I know how it pertains to Nicki, but it seems like everybody gives Nicki so much flack because, you know, it's her brother, it's her husband, and at the end of the day, there's two grown men that chose to make a decision for themselves. I can
answer that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Because I'm confused.
What it is. All right, it's just like the girl said before, because of her name, how big she is. Just like Gail and Oprah, everybody consider them two together. They have their own name, they're their own person. But when you think about Gail, you think about Oprah. Doesn't matter what you do, you're always going to think about them two. So when Nicki, when it has something to do with her, let's talk about real life money. You get clickbaits, you get interviews, you get people to look at your page, you got people searching. So when you say Nicki Minaj, you're going to get somebody to click on the page and see what's going on with her husband. Or anything it goes with, it says Nicki Minaj brother, Nicki Minaj husband. It would never just say Kenny, because who is Kenny? Let's be honest. Who is Nicki Minaj brother? We don't know them. We all know them. We know them because of.
Yeah, I get
right.
I get that they're associated, but
so that's why
gives Nicki so much hate. You get what I'm saying? Because those are two like
somebody calling their mama. Who is that? Somebody calling their mom. Y'all better get y'all child.
That's my son. My son.
Your son calling your son calling you. Trying to get your attention.
So yeah, that's what it is. That's basically what it is. It's like an association. So they have to put a name.
I just but it's like they give so much hate. There's so much energy.
I just want to say this too to the lady that is asking why they give so much hate and why is it dragging in the paper. Let's put it like this: Nicki Minaj is one of the most popular, probably one of the most famous artists in the world. Every time TMZ or those big other blog companies put her name in the paper, they get paid for that. Mm-hmm. Every time we talk about her, somebody's getting paid for that. Remember that. So yeah, her name is gonna be all over the place.
Right.
Right. I just feel like people shouldn't believe everything in the media.
Because
the way I feel like
we don't have the whole story.
Hold on, I can't hear him. What you say?
I feel like Nicki Minaj going
I
through
said
some
we
shit.
don't know the whole story. Everything we
Right,
see in the
that's
media
true.
is
They got two things too. We don't know who, like, just like they were saying earlier. We only could go with the people, like the guy said when he called. We only could go about what the paperwork says. When somebody meets you for an interview or anything, we only could go about what the people say. When you don't have money. When you don't have money in the right public defenders, they'll take somebody fresh out of law school and make them your public defender who don't know anything, just
All
know
right,
the basic laws.
985. Pause. 832. Hello.
Yeah.
832. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, the brother was dead wrong. Nicki Minaj, she gonna get dirt on her just because that's her brother. At the end of the day, yeah, you gonna look out for your brother. But and back on what they're talking about, the mama was trying to get some money. Sometimes the way these cases work, if you ain't got enough evidence to pursue a criminal case, you might have to go settle for a civil case. And I'm feeling like that might have been the case, in that instance.
True.
All right. 209. Hello. 209.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. So, my thing is this. I'm not a fan of any of these rap chicks or any of that. I listen to, like, my own city, their own rap. So, but this is my thing. I feel like Nicki Minaj rushed into this whole thing, getting married, and the whole nine because her peers are doing it. Remy Ma, married,
midlife crisis
baby,
right now.
moving on, doing her thing. Cardi B, married, baby, doing her thing. I felt like she had this pressure to get married to him and
I agree.
Put her relationship out there.
I agree with that.
And
I agree.
feel like, she didn't even have to do that. Like, she could have married him on the under and been flashing her ring, but I felt like she had to prove to the world so much that she could
I ain't
get a
gonna lie,
man,
I've been real pissed off with Nicki Minaj.
True, and what you saying, ma'am, is so true. And like I say, like I am a Nicki Minaj fan. I will agree everything what you saying. I said that earlier. I really agree with just what you saying, how she rushed it, and I feel like she should have waited a while. Even if you know somebody, you should have waited.
Hitting 40. She could have waited, but I guess the societal pressure pushed her into it. It's easy for us to say because we don't have that pressure, but when millions of people are saying it,
right? Let me say this: you can't control who you love, right? Like you love this man, you want to marry him, okay, whatever, do that. But you didn't have to put it out there like that. She put her dreams online. I mean, she put her tickets online.
But you know what it is. I think you know why. I think she put it out herself.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't put it out herself, somebody could have took the narrative. Oh, Nicki Minaj married in secret. She didn't want everybody to know. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a double hit. It's like playing a double advocate. Because she likes to be.
Rap songs. She get back to making rap songs.
But once you become a celebrity, you lose the privacy.
Being jealous.
Even if she tried to hide it, it would have came out.
Right, and I think she tried to do.
All right, I'm gonna pause everybody. Pause. All right, 609. Hello.
Oh, hi, Nick.
Hey.
So, my feelings on this topic is, I think.
I hear an echo.
We can't hear you, girl.
Can you hear me now?
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. But like I was saying, I feel like Nicki Minaj, she's just going through some shit. I'm really disappointed in the way she's doing things, period. She needs to get back to making music and quit, being so jealous-hearted. When Cardi B came out,
I don't think.
You're not going to do
I don't think
I'm a big Nicki Minaj fan.
I don't think she
I really believe the whole story about song that she did with the Migos and Cardi and how Quavo did her dirty. Yeah. I feel like all that shit stems from that.
I don't think it stems from that. I just think she never healed. If you
Quavo did a whole song and a video dissing her.
But if you ever know who she is, and like me, I've been, like I said, I was listening to her from the Come Up DVD. She told you herself she never really healed. So she went from Kenneth, she went from Safari, then she went to Meek, and then she went back to Nas. So she never really went. She took that little hiatus, and then we're skipping somebody. She went to the little. She never really high.
You know, when they.
She never.
All right, wait, pause. Everybody pause. All right. 318, hello? 318?
Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
Jump right in.
So everybody's talking about the 16-year-old, but he has a charge from 2016. All you got to do is Google, and it's like the first thing that pops up in Iowa. Kenneth Edward Petty. That's what I'm saying. It's wrong what happened with the 16-year-old, but okay, he was younger. It might have been wrong or it made up whatever. But he has literally 2 other things where if you look on Google, he raped his neighbor's daughter. He was 40, in his mid-40s. She was like 15 or 16. Then another
I never heard about this one.
Now that's new. That's new. I never saw. I don't think that must be something that's true because I never heard of that.
I never heard that one either.
She said she Google it, so maybe you could Google it.
I hope it's not on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at his character though. Like, this is the same man who had a gun on her life. You know, like he had a gun on her life. Like,
you know what I think? You know what I think? I honestly think that there is more to what's going on in the background with her and him. It's like, you know, when somebody abuses you and you can't really talk, you have to internalize certain things. I feel like in her situation, she, in my personal opinion, even her last appearance when she was in the Bahamas, I personally feel she's being abused some type of way and not talking. That's how I feel.
It might be more mentally. It might be mentally more than physically.
I'm not saying physical.
I think that's worse. I think she never healed from when she just lashed out at Meek. I think it was more of that.
Not he in love with her or whatever. You know, in that sense, yes, I agree with you.
I don't think he loves her. I don't
think he loves her. I think he's using her.
I think he loves her. I think he in lust.
I think she loves him. She loves him, but he doesn't love her. Because let me tell you something. If he loved her, this shit that's going on right now would not be in the media. It would have been like he would have did everything to keep everything perfect. If you love somebody, you won't put them in, drag them through so much.
Right, that's fact. That's fact.
Yeah, that's fact. I don't think that he like I don't think
you're absolutely right.
But then again, you know who else you could blame? You gotta blame her team. Her team of lawyers should have been on top of all this. You should have been. You should have made sure. You should have made sure.
Paying them.
But no, I'm saying though they make them look bad because if she lose money, you lose the client. You see what I'm saying? Because I know she got lawyers on retainer. So y'all don't look out for the best of her interests. I know you do background check.
All right, 985. Pause for a second so some other people could chime in. So we're gonna wrap this up in a couple minutes. So everybody say their final thoughts.
All right, my final thought is at the end of the day, her husband want to get back to prison for some fucking reason, because ain't no way you didn't go register. That's simple. You know you're supposed to do it. On top of that, he got pulled over in California, and they told him, hey, you're a registered sex offender. You need to go register. His dumb ass show up to court and get locked up, and no, you ain't registered. That's some man. Look, that man trying to get back to prison for some reason. And as far as Nicki Minaj concerned, she just needs to get back focused on her music and quit worrying about all the other stuff that's going on. Because she's one of the best rappers, period. Man or woman. She needs to get back to that.
She got to let him go.
He caught up.
Yep. He caught up. My opinion,
and I ain't hiding
she needs to clean it up. She needs to clean
I wish I would.
up.
He's not, stopping her. I don't think he's holding her back.
Cancel him.
She wants that baby.
She wants that
whatever,
but she needs keep him in the closet. She can't have him out anymore until he cleans up his business.
I agree with that.
All
I
righty.
agree with that.
Well, I'm going to pause everybody. I'm going to pause everybody.
Nick,
Wait.
please do another show tomorrow.
All right. I'm going to pause y'all. Everybody stay on the line. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want to be a part of this after live convo, then the number is on the chat. But I'm gonna end the stream. Everybody who is tuning in, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the like button if you have not already, and I'll catch you guys on another video. In the meantime, we'll continue this Nicki Minaj conversation off live. All right, guys.